How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today I am going to be giving you my updated 4-4-2 custom tactics. You guys have been asking for this for a little while now, so we're going to go through, we're going to break down some gameplay, show you how the formation plays in game, how do I set it up, and how you can get the most out of it. If you do enjoy this video, please let me know by dropping a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. We do upload every single day at 5 PM. All of my games are streamed over on twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. Link in the description for that. We do stream every day, so come on over and say hello. So then, jumping into it, this is the team that we have got, that we had set up for the 4-4-2 that we used in the weekend just gone. Now, I have changed up my tactics quite a lot with a 4-4-2 recently. The last time we did our custom tactics as a whole, where we went through our ultra defensive, defensive attacking, and ultra attacking, I was using a 100k team. So my tactics are very much related to the team that I am using. Obviously, the weaker team that I've got, I set them up a little bit differently. I'll have a bit of a lower depth. I will look to hold the ball more and overall frustrate the opponent. When I'm using a much better side, like the side that I've got now, which obviously is very, very solid, I allow myself to play a bit more of an aggressive game, a little bit more in the opponent's face, and I always look at getting in there and making sure that we're dictating the game and playing attacking FIFA, not so much of holding the ball. So what we're going to do is, again, just to remind people, because people get confused, it's going to start in the 4-5-1 just for chemistry reasons. We press L2, we go to custom tactics, and then we go to, it can be ultra defensive, defensive attacking, or ultra attacking. It does not matter which one. For us, it's set on attacking. So when we get into the game, we will press right on the D-pad and change that to attacking to select our game plan. Now, let's go through and talk to you about the custom tactics and how we have them set up. So in terms of defensive style, you guys know I love press on, heavy touch, press on, possession loss, and balance. Those are kind of the three that I go through. Obviously, drop back and constant pressure. Constant pressure's drains your stamina too much, not worth having on from minute one. And then drop back. We don't play that in this channel. So if you guys are playing that, get it out. I'm only joking, you play what you want, but it's not something that I do play. What did I go for on this? I actually went with press on heavy touch. I have been using it a lot recently and having a lot of fun. What does it mean? When the opponent is going to take a heavy touch of the ball, so say if it's being played over to them and it's a bit on the bounce or something, on the volley, they've got to take a touch, the game will naturally kind of anticipate that, and your team will press up and kind of put, cover the passing lanes, cover the passes next on. Really, really good way of just putting that little bit of pressure on. It's not as bad as press after possession loss, so you don't have your team shape all over the place, but it's a little bit more than balanced. So definitely worth something you guys trying. In terms of the width, you guys know that I always run 4 width really across my defensive side of things. Just means that the left back and right back tuck in a little bit more. You do give up a little bit of space on the wings, but overall in the middle it's more compact, makes it very difficult for the opponent to kind of get through the middle and score. You just have to defend the wings fairly well. Then when we go to our depth, we're not running 10 depth. What are we running on this? We're going to be running 5 depth. This formation, the 4-4-2 for me, as I said, I want to dictate the game. I want to play a quick attacking FIFA. I want to win the ball back as quickly as I can, get up the other end and try and score. I don't really play much of a possession style in this formation, but I want to go and score as many goals. It isn't like the 4-2-3-1 for me, where you're going to sit back, hold the ball, be a little bit more defensive, because with the 4-2-3-1 I normally run 3 or 4 depth, but with the 4-4-2 I'm going to be a lot more aggressive in the face of the opponent and just trying to make sure I'm winning the ball. And that's kind of what we set up here in this defensive style. That's how it works for us. You want to get up, you want to trust your AI players to put the bit of pressure on. You want to press as best as you can as well and make sure that we are doing that. In terms of the offensive style, we have the choice of balanced, possession, fast build up, and long ball. I've never used long ball, just no, not a chance. Possession and balance is what I use a lot this year. Possession, as I said, weaker teams. If I'm tryhard in weekend league as well, the possession's kind of the one that I go for. I just find that your passes are on a little bit easier. You can hold the ball more, but it does struggle to score goals. With the 4-4-2, this is the formation which I use when I know I'm probably better than the opponent and I can score goals, right? I trust in my ability against it. If I was playing against a pro player, then I probably wouldn't be running the 4-4-2. I would go with the 4-2-3-1. What do we run on this then? Different. We run fast build up. I tried this with the 4-4-2 this weekend. As I said, we look at going forward as much as we can ideally, and what the fast build up does is it transitions your midfield into attack very quickly. They bomb forward. They're not interested in holding back and going, oh, I'm worried I'll get hit on the counter. No, they just go forward. They don't care. Fast build-up gives you that. You can try balanced as well in the 4-4-2. Works really, really well. Your choice on that one. If you find that pass accuracy is getting lower, you are having the easy passes on very often, go to balanced. Okay, that's kind of how it can work. Fast build up, obviously you will drain stamina a little bit more because your players are constantly going up and down the pitch. Depends on how often you score, I suppose. In terms of the width, we actually go with 5 on the attacking width on here for us. A little bit, a little bit wider than normal. I tend to go with 4, but only 1. It's not the be all and end all, not that much of a difference, but it just means that the team is absolutely neutral. It's not too narrow, it's not too wide. It does the job for you. Okay. And that's what we want on the attacking width. Players in box, we're going to go with 6. Reason for this, as I said, with the fast build-up, we want to transition from defence to midfield and attack as quick as possible. We're not going to dilly-dally. We're just going to go directly from the middle to attack. How do we make the players in box work? We send a lot of the players on a run by tapping the L1 button. So it is one thing to be obviously mindful of, but that's kind of how we want to do it. We tap the L1 button, the LB button on Xbox, and we get the players going forward, creating that overload through the middle, which will do a fantastic job for you. Moving over to the player instructions, how does this work for us? For our goalkeeper, you guys know I love having comes for crosses, sweeper keeper. If you are using a high-rated goalkeeper, I would recommend using this. Reason being, they can come out, they can sweep up off the line, and they just do a very good job of it. Especially if you're using someone that's fairly quick. Now, if you're using like maybe baby Areola, if you're doing a normal Areola, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd keep them on the line because they can make mistakes when they come out. But definitely when you're using a high-rated keeper, it's something to have a little look at. Fullbacks, what do we go? I like balanced fullbacks this year, you guys know that. With this one, with the 4-4-2, because it's such an attacking formation for me, I think the stay back while attacking is kind of what you want to be looking for. When you have them unbalanced, I find it to be a little bit too aggressive, all right? They just go ahead and get forward a little bit too much. Not something that I would kind of want to be doing that. You leave yourself open on the counter-attack. So go with the balance. I always go with overlap on my fullbacks. That's where my width mainly comes from. Because yes, you've got your wingers, but it also gives you that extra avenue to go round the outside, round the outside, and kind of just get through on there for us. So that's what we do with the left back and the right back. Been a long day. Been a long day at the office, let me tell you that. When it comes to our right mid and our left mid, we're going to have them both on balanced. Apart from support on crosses, we're going to have them get into the box for cross. Pretty much kind of what it says on the tin, really. They will go through and they will make those darting runs at the back stick for us to kind of get through into the box, make sure they're at the back stick, just for that sweat across, and that's kind of what they do for us. For our 2 CDMs, or CMs, sorry, we're going to have one on stay back while attacking and cover centre, and one on balanced cover centre. Them two have messed up, actually. We go with directly on that front. There we go. So I have Laurent Blanc on stay back while attacking and cover centre. You want to pick your more defensive-minded midfielder. Kante, for example, he will stay back. And then you want to pick your more box-to-box midfielder. A few comments recently have been asking what to box-to-box. A box-to-box is a guy that can defend and can attack fairly well and can go from his defence to attack and can shoot, can pass, can dribble. Doesn't have to be fantastic, but can do a little bit to a decent job. So this would be someone like Pogba, shapeshifter Marcelo, Atal, someone like that who can go from defence to attack and can do a very good job for you on that front as well. When it comes to attack, you are going to have one player on getting behind. You want this to be your quick attacking striker. So for me, in this particular formation, this is and this team is Kylian Mbappe. If you were using someone similar, could be Ben Yedder, not rapid, but someone like that. Could be Rashford. You want them to be the quick striker to get in behind, break the back line when the opportunity arises. Who do I want on my other one? I have him on stay central and completely balanced. So that's, for me, is going to be on Neymar. I want him to be in the middle. I want him to be on balance. You guys know that sometimes I have this on false nine. I want him to be on balance though, because the 2 strikers is really, really easy to get in behind with the quick 1-2s. But mixed attack means he does get in behind, he does false nine, and he does target man. And that's been working really, really well for me recently on the 4-4-2. So overall, how are you going to use the formation to your advantage and make sure that you create enough chances for it? As I said, you want to look at transitioning from defense to attack pretty quickly. You want to catch the opponent off guard. If you're playing against someone on your level, this is a formation and tactics that can really help with that to get those quick goals. Go 2-0 up, and then what I'd probably recommend doing is changing to a 4-2-3-1 or a formation that you feel a little bit more comfortable with defensively to kind of just put up a little bit more of a wall and shut up shop, because the 4-4-2 does leave you open from the count. You know, when you go forward on the counter attack, they can look at doing that quite well. Use the 2 strikers for the little 1-2s. You can get in behind quite easily on that, and then make sure that we do drive forward with our CEMs to go forward and create the overload through the middle. And you can also use the fullbacks. Don't be afraid to use the fullbacks in certain scenarios. They can get forward when you want them to. They want to stay back so we don't get caught out, but you can bring them forward. If you're coming up against drop back, you've got to do more as the player. You've got to send people on runs with the L1, the LB button, so you can do that. Whether you tap that or you send them directly on, you can kind of have that to make sure you are creating enough chances in FIFA 20 with the 4-4-2. It's a very good formation, very fun formation, something that, as I said, I don't use it as a whole 30 game weekend. I will, with my God squad, I will use it for most of them, but when I come up against someone that's on my level or better, I will go to the 4-2-3-1, as I touch on all the time, because it is a more defensive and more solid formation. You know, it's a solid formation compared to the 4-4-2. 4-4-2 can be a little bit weak at the back at times. I feel like I've reiterated that enough now. If you haven't got that, then I don't know what else I can say. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know by smashing that like button. I do want to thank you all very much for your support recently. Been absolutely insane. I really can't thank you all enough. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We do upload every single day at 5 PM UK time. Thank you for watching, guys. I will catch all you ones in, not all you ones, okay. If anyone's seen that, you know, just put a little 1 in the comment section below or something. I'll just go, Analyst is losing his mind. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.